Hi everyone, Aldbar here. This is my solo walkthrough and guide to the level 8 heroic quest, Tomb of the Shadow Lord, on the elite difficulty. Enjoy. Hi everyone, Warjack here. This quest is located in the necropolis that is accessed right off House Fjarlin. This is one of the 4 flagging quests for the Necro 2 quest chain. That means completing the 4 flagging quests will gain you access to the Shadow Crypt, which is the ultimate quest in Necropolis 2 chain. This quest is designed for 2 players and more. Not that that's going to stop us. You must have a hireling or a pet if you would like to solo this quest, or DDO, but hireling is very easy to get. Just make sure that you get a hireling who is not very squishy. It doesn't really matter which. It can be a healing, any kind of hireling that is self-sufficient enough that it won't die to like 2 hits. Okay, to move on, you must talk to the Shadow Lord over here. This quest is littered with incorporeal creatures, shadows and wraiths and you name it. So making sure that you have some kind of way to deal with that. So if you're a caster, no problem, but if you're a melee or ranged, you must have Ghost Touch, or this quest will run your nerves crazy. And also, you must have a Death Ward. A lot of these creatures can deal you negative levels. Finally, you should probably make sure you have Restoration, because there's a very good chance of taking strength damage, who can either slow you down or maybe even make you incapacitated. So those are basically my recommendations for this quest. Some of the levers in this quest summon monsters the first time you pull them. So I'm going to make sure I pull them before I put my hireling next to any kind of lever and ask him to pull it. Because the last thing I need is for my hireling to pull the lever and get swamped by a whole bunch of monsters and then die. So just as a precaution, I'm making sure to clear out anything before I move on. Here, check this out. I'm going to pull this lever, and look, it spawns monsters. This is what I mentioned before. Make sure that you pull the lever at least once. Make sure that you clear anything that dies, and then we can move on. Okay, here's where we need our hireling or pet for the first time. I'm just going to make sure that he pulls the lever without any problem. Okay, pulling the lever here opens the door upstairs, and pulling the lever next to the door upstairs will open the door downstairs. This is why you need 2 players, or a hireling. For now, I'm just getting my hireling / pet to open the door for me, and I'm going to move to the top.
The Lord's voice seems to come from nowhere.
There are 2 parallel passageways over here who actually crisscross in the middle, and the party's meant to split into 2 and have one part go to the top, then swap. There's a lever in the middle that will lower a bridge, but is locked, that you have to unlock by the bottom. Whatever, we're going to get around all of that. For now, over here on the wall, if you look over there behind the banner, it's very hard to see it, but take good care. There's a secret door that opens up. I'll try to aim it so you can see it. When I pull this lever, okay, this can open up a secret wall. If you saw it just moved over there, now there's a secret passageway and there's a chest over there. So now let's go get that chest. Right now my pet is behind the door over there. If I pull the lever over here, my pet downstairs should be able to walk through. But I want him to open up the door for me. So I'm just going to keep on clicking open the door until he opens it up for me. The angle in which you stand is important because it's trying to guess which lever to pull. And you don't want him to pull here. This is the one on the wrong side of the door. If I use the select next key, he's going to try to pull it and tell me he can't because the door is blocked. I need him to pull the other one. The one on the other side of the door. There you go. Basically, I just keep on mashing until eventually he opens the door for me. Yeah. Now we're going to swap positions. I'm going to put my hireling on this side and go through on this. Basically, what we can do is open up one, go through halfway, advance the quest, come back out, and do the other side. And basically, we'll get past this puzzle, no problem. Yeah, here's the secret passageway that I opened before. Sorry, secret wall that I opened before. For the record, this whole section of the map that we're walking through is then copy-pasted to the rest of the quest later on, but we come in from the other side. That means just like over here, we have this secret wall. There'll be one at the other half of the map also. But we'll be entering from the other side. Yes, I'm going to go run through and clear out everything now. Yeah, here this gate, this bridge is locked, and pulling this lever unlocks a lever downstairs. Okay, the lever downstairs, now that it's unlocked, can be pulled and it will be able to lower this bridge. Yeah, so now I need to get my pet to open the door for me and let me out. So again, I'm going to mash the lever. There we go. You got me out. And, oh, sorry. And now I need him to swap positions again. Go through here. The second time this happens, it's much less complicated because there's no bridge in the middle who's locked. So you just put him at one side and go through. There we go. Open the door. Thank you very much. Yeah, and we're through. Here we can see the other side. We just were there. And here's the lever for the bridge, who's now unlocked. Of course, I'm being interrupted, as always. Yeah, there we go. Now the bridge is down, and technically speaking, the party members on the other side would be able to walk across. I mean, if you're doing this with a party. Also, it's very easy to miss all these breakables because you can't see anything. I don't know why these quests are made so dark. It's really annoying. Here's a rare spawn. There's like 4 different spawns like this. A shadow, maybe like 2 wraiths, and a specter or something like that. I can't remember. And they don't always spawn, so you might have 1, 2, or a few of them, whatever. So we'll see which ones you get to see. And here's another one. The rare spawns are the ones with the names. Yeah. Okay, right over here, there's a lever. And it's going to open up something right across. Did you see it? There's a gate that went up right over here. I'll show you what that gate does in just a moment. This opens up a secret chest, again, accessible from the other side. And rather than going back the way we came, I'm just going to go to the end where both paths converge and just go back through there. So basically I'm going to be backtracking through where the paths meet.
I'm a great fan of the Shadow Knight sculptures. Not all are just stone, though.
Yeah, there's a shrine over here underneath the stairs, so if you need it, you can use it. And if you aren't already, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, Aldbar here. I've activated recently founding memberships, basically like Patreon, so if you'd like to help with the transition to full YouTuber or content creator, I would appreciate it very much. If you can spare the money. I know it's not for everyone, but if you can, yeah, I'd appreciate it. And everybody who enjoys the content would too. Thank you. Yeah, here, so the gate I opened downstairs, and the lever over here, again, opens up a wall behind a banner. It was basically translucent, you can't really see. So, the way you get there is you walk on this wall. There's like this ledge that sticks out. Yeah, here's the gate. We opened by the switch here, I'll show you. Yeah, right over there, we're walking over right now, and now we're jumping to the chest. For the longest time, I didn't understand how these switches worked, what pulled what, and whatever. Anyway, this is the backside of the top path. That means the party that would split, the part that would go, that initially went to the left, would be coming through over here. I'm going back to get all the kills and breakables and stuff. We're trying to go for conquest after all. Yeah, and here's the bridge that I dropped before. Yeah, so they would come, and after they unlocked the bridge, I would lower the bridge and they would pass. And eventually everybody would meet up in this hallway over here. And now we can move on. Yeah, so that was the toughest part of this quest, the most confusing part. Especially if you're trying to get all the optionals. There's 2 hidden chests just in that one section. And by the way, I would strongly recommend not to rush this section. There's a lot of stuff will spawn in like through the walls, and they can overwhelm you if you just run straight to the end. So clear it as you go. Here's what I mentioned before about the ray of enfeeblement hitting you and damaging your strength, so making sure you've got something to remove stat damage is important. Or at least get rid of the ray of enfeeblement by using restoration. Really, that covers both. Yeah, also they keep on debuffing me, which is really annoying. So if you're using clickies, maybe just wait until you finish this part before you rebuff.
One more chamber to go, and then you'll be at Nebtawi's doorstep.
Okay, so now we're to the next part that requires having a hireling. Here we have 2 switches that need to be pulled simultaneously, basically. And what we're doing is clearing out one side and then placing down a hireling, and then clear out the other side, and we'll pull it. So this side first. Of course, like always, I'm going to pull the switch, just make sure it doesn't spawn anything. I don't think this one does, but you know, I'd rather pull it once and just make sure. And I'm also going to place my hireling and see if he pulls it. Yep, he pulled it just fine. Great. Next time I tell him to pull it, he should pull the thing he pulled last time, so if all goes well. It's very important to clear everything because you don't want your hireling to start fighting these monsters and you'll be in trouble. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to turn around because if I just tell him to use, he's going to try to use the one that I'm facing. So I'm going to turn around so I'm not facing anything. Tell him to use. Now he's going to use his, and then I'm going to use this one. And if we do it quick enough, well, it should open. Let's see if we got it. Yep, there we go. There we go, stat damage. The lesser restoration potions are very easy to come by. You can just buy them right in the center of the marketplace from the potion vendor. The greater restoration, or the restoration potions are a little harder to get, but I've got tons of them from the Maybar event. But I know that's not a good piece of advice for people who need it right now, so you might not be during the event. But if the event comes around, make sure you get yourself a big stack of them. Okay. Now we meet this gate, and there's two switches. This entire room is a copy-paste of the beginning room, just backwards. Yeah, of course, there's a few cosmetic differences, but the layout is the same. That means the hidden rooms are in the same place. Or at least the hidden room is in the same place. Again, the first time we go through, I'm going to leave my pet on the left, and I'll go through on the right. There, I've selected his lever, tell him to activate it. And there we go.
The Lord's voice urges you forward. Now only Nebtawi's chamber remains.
Unlike before, I don't need to go back and forth to get past this room. Since this is the bridge, it does not need to be lowered. It's already down, so you can avoid that whole part. Yeah, this is a mirror version of this. We're just coming in from the other side. Basically, they like mirror the map. Kind of. Yeah, this is where, see this switch over here? It no longer exists. That opened up the gate like over there at the top, and you walk across the ledge. So that they cut that part out. So there's only one chest on this side. Bridge. I guess the bridge is not down, but it's already unlocked. So no back and forth. Yeah, there's a few hidden walls that you can run by over here. And sometimes you have these rares that spawn. These are triggered by the other party members walking through on the other side. So unless I walk through on the other side, that that spawn is not going to activate. So when I walk back through the other side, clear out stuff will activate. You'll see. Okay, here's the part where we would enter on the first side. We came in through a door, basically at this position. It was locked and we had to have our pet pull it, but right next to it is the lever. And right on the wall over there, across from us through the bars, should be one of those hidden rooms. So let's try to get it. Hopefully you can see it when it opens. There you go. And you can see the chest now. I mean, barely, but yeah. These unbreakable breakables. Okay, so now I'm entering. I'm backtracking because I want to get this chest. And of course activate everything that I can. Like before, this ladder is like hidden behind the banner, and yeah, so I have to jump to get to it. Yeah, so the pillar over here, right behind this pillar is where the lever is that opens that secret door. Yeah, this side has a shrine also. Might as well use it. If they let me. Nope. Oh, wishful thinking, I guess. Could be actually that resting is what activates these specters or whatever they're called. Nah. Ah, there you go. Apparently walking down this hallway someplace triggers it. And they killed my pet. Yeah, here's where's the switch that would unlock the switch for the bridge. Who's no longer existent now. Yeah, so basically it's a swapped and flipped whatever room and slightly modified. Might as well go over the bridge. I know it's very annoying that you can't really see the character so much. They hit you with this taint thing which turns you black. And then you can't even see it on top of this black background, so yeah. Hope you can at least see the sword. And here's where we initially came in. I put my pet right over there and walked to the other side. So yeah. I'm just gonna backtrack out and that's it. Sure, I missed Unbreakable here, but I can't find it. Whatever. Oh, here we go. There's one of those rare encounters. I guess if you come to the wrong side, you won't see it spawn. You have to walk past the entrance for it to spawn. Whatever. This is what happens when you go backward through a quest. Certain things don't spawn in order. Let's go see if that spectre reactivated. Yep, here we go. Yeah, basically going in the wrong side makes all the difference. Well, we're done with all of this, and now we're on to the final section. Okay, so here what we have is, again, two switches that need to be pulled at the same time to open up the gate to the boss. This is relatively straightforward. It's not very complicated. You're basically you're right across from each other, so it's not hard to set up or reset up if anything goes wrong. So I can honestly say that the switches become easier and easier as you get down the quest. So the first one is the most complicated, and after that it gets easier. Yeah, so I'm going to put my pet down over here. I'll tell him to activate it once. I always do this as a precaution, make sure that my pet can actually reach the switch. Yeah, the boss is in there. If you want, you can break these breakables through the gate if you got like a sonic blast. But you won't be able to reach all of them, but I'm going to run in and try to break them before I kill the boss. You know, just because. Okay. I'm going to tell my pet to select his lever, and as soon as he activates it, I'll pull mine. There you go.
The Lord's voice aggressively demands, "Now slay the brother of Shadow's guardian and finish this."
And that's it. Other than debuffing you,
The Lord sounds
well,
pleased.
there's not much he does.
Kala was right about you. If we fail,
If you do
we
get
may
hit
have
with
the
the
power to destroy
mummy rot.
Nakarada.
So as always, it's remove curse and remove disease in order C, D. And yeah, that's it. So here we go. Scorecard. I think we got everything. Yeah, so we're done with this quest. We're not done yet though. We still have a few more things. The Necropolis quests have a potential to drop a rare item. I think it's called a mystical vessel or something that comes from these end rewards, and it has crafting uses, so that's just something to point out. Okay, a few more things. Here's one of those rares, just in case you want to see them. Okay, finally, this quest is a remake. I've done this quest like 2 years ago, and in that video I show a different method together with this method. So if you want to go check out that video and see the other method, and also how much I've came in the last 2 years and how much video production has changed, yeah, so go enjoy that. Also, the thumbnails changed. This used to be when I used to make memes as thumbnails. And yeah, so basically that's it. Thank you very much to the founding members who are paving the path for the future of this channel. If you would like to be part of them, I would appreciate it. And to everyone else, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!